All right, music fans, welcome. Harmless Dave here talking about real music and real crazy people and doing it in real time for a few real people just like you right there and just like me right here. So if you've been following the channel, you know, last weekend I got to take a ride in the Dodge Omni. Again, kind of overrated, kind of like the common car, I prefer the automatic transmission over the 5-speed stick, which is what I used to have. But, I'm not really that worried because I'm reading what Steve Stevens has to say. And even though the website, the rock media website, which, what's weird is rock media websites talk about medical stuff now. Like I'm talking about political stuff, but they're talking about like they're medical experts. Like they cut and paste medical information into their articles. Stevens and his wife apparently took a ride in the Omni last week. Steve Stevens, that amazing guitar player for Billy Idol, supposedly about 40 people in Billy's entourage. So that's under the 100. So I'm wondering, once the Supreme Court rules that mandates are great and mandates are freedom and mandates are like they help alleviate fear and they're really good for the population, that you should mandate people do some kind of medical procedure, right? Because they're about to rule that way. I just want to throw it out there because I'm feeling so good today about it. It's good that we have nothing that we can do with the courts, nothing we can do with politics, nothing we can do with the media for the most part. I mean, yeah, you can go and God forbid you can go on a forbidden website where it goes, this is unsafe, do not proceed. So anyway, Stevens and his wife had a temperature. He wasn't feeling so good for about a day. And Eddie Trunk, that brilliant interviewer, says to Steve Stevens, well, would you have known if you didn't go get a test? Because see, this is the greatest thing in the world right now, to sit in line for 3 hours to find out that you've got the Dodge Omni, right? Because you wouldn't have known based on how you're feeling. I didn't know that I had it. I had no idea. And in fact, I just, for the record, no, I didn't go out and do the test. I don't feel that was necessary. I knew how I felt. I knew what I probably should do in order to get better. And I did those things. Now, the article does this wonderful cut and paste where it has all the little emperor talking points about, if you're up to date on your trips to Walgreens and you've gone 4, 5, 6 times in the last year, because they're basically talking, 3 or 4? Oh, and we've got to make it ready now for teenagers and for your plants. I think you could water your house plants with this stuff. And that way you'd feel really secure about your garden, because your food might get infected, right? Maybe, what would be good is if they just put it in the water supply. Just put it in the water supply. You could bathe in it. You could drink it in, and you'd be constantly getting the updates too. It's like software. Every other week, there's an update. Well, your software isn't up to date. And who's out there championing all this stuff? A guy who used to have this software and he had a lot of viruses. It was corrupt. It's interesting. Sorry, I'm just drawing a little bit of parallel here because there is. And if you don't laugh, you're just going to go insane. But the whole story is about how there are 1,200 people a day now. And this is more contagious than the Delta Dawn. What's that flower you've got on variant? And we don't know. And the people are just lining up, and lemmings and sheep and I'm really tired of this, folks. I'm really tired. The crux of the story, here's the real story. Steve Stevens didn't feel good. He got better. He was asked a bunch of questions about what happened there and what the ramifications of all that are. And it's hey, this is a lot of people are going to take a ride in the Omni. A lot of people are going to be just fine. because again, the Omni is the common car. Okay. It might have a few options. One Omni might drive a little different from the other Omni. Some Omnis are not going to have the sunroof. Other Omnis are going to overheat, right? Others are going to freeze you out because the windows won't roll up. That's a Dodge Omni for you, right? It's the common car, and depending on what year it is, it's going to come with different options. You know what I mean? So in any event here, I'm trying to keep things light, but the Supreme Court is about to destroy the concert industry, medium-sized businesses, and, you know, pretty much the world as we've known it. So I don't usually advocate for adult beverages, but here's the deal. If you're an adult, you're in the privacy of your own home, you don't have to drive anywhere, might be time to break out a 12-pack or 24-pack or whatever else you can find in the house, and just sit back and watch the world as it completely implodes. Anyway, my name's Dave. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this amazing channel, growing by leaps and bounds as we head toward 50K. Wow, that's going to be big. Some guy who one day just uploaded a video basically on my couch in the living room, and here we are now, and it just gets even weirder every single day. But I want to thank everybody out there for supporting the channel, and Patreon too for just $1 a month. You can't beat it, folks. You can't beat it. It helps keep this channel on the air, at least for now, and I will see you soon.